What's the happiest fact you know? Norway once knighted a brave little penguin because he was in every way qualified to receive the honor and dignity of knighthood. Source: the same zoo had an Iranian bear who killed Nazis when he served with a Polish artillery unit. Members of his unit would bring him smokes and beer while he was at the zoo, because naturally as a bear he loved drinking beer, and who doesn't like a few smokes with their beers? I think the bear was a sergeant. Helping other people is part of human nature. Experiment. Drop something in front of a child. Now try to reach it, but pretend you can't. Practically every child will pick it up for you and give it to you. Sounds like entrapment to me. He said happiest fact, don't ruin it. Reminds me of the experiment where they had two kids who didn't know each other in a room together. They brought covered trays to both kids and told them to open them at the same time. Under one tray was a sandwich and under the other tray was nothing. Every kid with a sandwich shared half with the other kid. Edit. Found the video. There are more public libraries than McDonald's. Libraries. 120,096 in US. McDonald's. 35,429 in world. I bet there are more people in one McDonald's than in 3 public libraries at any given time though. Perhaps, but once you've digested 3 books and a pamphlet you don't go and shut it all out forcefully. Unless it's Atlas Shrugged, in which case, yeah, kinda. Every year, millions of trees grow thanks to squirrels forgetting where they buried their nuts. Every year, millions of squirrels starve due to forgetting where they buried their nuts. I'm on a roller coaster of emotions, and I want to get off. Every year, millions of children grow thanks to players forgetting where they buried their nuts. Blind people smile, even if they haven't seen a smile before. Reading these while pregnant guarantees my crying. Reading a recipe is enough to make some pregnant women cry though. Or filling the Ziploc with too many vegetables. After 9/11, a Kenyan Maasai tribe offered the US a herd of 14 blessed cows. When I went to Kenya, a Maasai man offered my father 30 cows for me. Beat that, America. Lol. Similar in 1847, during the Great Famine, the Choctaw people sent aid of $170 to Ireland, worth considerably more now. This is especially significant since they had little themselves, having been forced from their lands and onto the Trail of Tears only a few years before. One of the most successful military campaigns in history was Liechtenstein during the Austro-Prussian War. They didn't kill anybody and sent 80 men. They returned with 81 as they befriended one of the people from the opposition. Walalalo. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. I like to think this is just a big duck you to the rest of the world. Exactly the approach I'd have expected Scotland to take. Yeah, but it's bound by chains on the British coat of arms because it is considered a dangerous beast in mythology. Right before the Voyager 1 was launched into space, Carl Sagan and Andrew Ryan were tasked with compiling a golden record to be sent along with the probe, containing music, sounds, words, and messages representing Earth. Before recording was finished, Drew Ryan was told there would be enough space to record something else, so she insisted in recording her brainwaves. By that time she and Sagan had just initiated a romantic relationship that eventually would last till his death, and she spent the whole recording while thinking how in love she was with Sagan. So, even when the probability of any alien civilization finding the probe is close to zero, the fact that there's a record traveling through space with the imprint of a brain in love always gets to cheer me up. The man who served as the voice of Walt Disney's iconic Mickey Mouse for over 30 years, Wayne Allwine, was married to the woman who voices Minnie Mouse, Russi Taylor. They were also best friends with Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy and Pluto. Pluto had a voice. Not in this solar system, it didn't. That I have the potential to bring a smile to a face across the globe just by mashing buttons on a keyboard. Sgold Klajan Fknap SVJ 90U 30,958,029 U 83,509. Did it work? Male puppies let female puppies win fights on purpose. Lions will fake pain when their cubs are learning how to fight. I found only the Reddit post and several websites copying the post and photo. Any trustworthy source? I'm pretty sure it happened in The Lion King. When two otters sleep, they hold hands so they don't float away from each other. Otters also have little pouches, much like marsupials, in which they store things, mainly their favorite pebbles. They are known to exchange pebbles with their little otter life partners. Otter life partners. Significant otters. When women with small breasts hug you, they'll hold you closer to their hearts. And when women with big books hug you, you may feel their books. Another happy fact. You can't lose. The sound of Mother Nature is just hundreds of insects and animals trying to get laid. Rock on, guys, do us proud. Was sitting outside on my veranda reading this thread when I was your comment. I honestly looked up, listened to the crickets for a bit, then whispered, "Go get some." Cows have best friends and get stressed when separated. That can also be a sad fact. There are approximately 850 million visits each year to American museums, more than the attendance for all major league sporting events and theme parks combined. 483 million in 2011. That this little guy exists. Something cute from Australia that doesn't want to kill you? Upvotes for the quokka. The meaninglessness of life means you get to choose how to spend it. You are free. Cuddling with pets will often cause the release of oxytocin and dopamine, which are hormones for love and happiness. It also releases the same feel-good hormones in the pets. My cat disagrees with you. Dolphins have been known to protect surfers from sharks. Dolphins also help fishermen to fish fresh fish at the beach of a fisherman city somewhere in South America. They do this for over 100 years. Dolphins chase the fish to the fishermen, give a sign by waving, and the men throw their nets. The men also can distinguish each dolphin from one another. It might be a win-win situation. The men can't see the fish because the water is not clear enough. The dolphins use their sonar-like ability to help out. Once the nets are thrown, the fish are confused and an easy prey for the dolphins. Great symbiose. When rabbits are extremely happy, they fling themselves through the air and click their feet in a motion called binkying. It is the most adorable thing I have ever seen, and anytime I'm sad I just go watch my rabbits. Ninja Reddit to provide a gif. If you have two rabbits, it's been in my experience that when one binkies, the other looks confused. Then, moments later the second one binkies and the first looks confused. It's all very adorable. A new doctor in Finland is given a top hat and a sword instead of the traditional gown and hat. Seahorse mates will cuddle each other. When I was little I thought seahorses were big, like in The Little Mermaid. I thought you could swim with them like dolphins. I was so excited to see the seahorses when we went to the zoo. I was very disappointed. There's an island called Okinoshima in Japan, filled with tame bunnies. A cat has been the mayor of a town in Alaska for over 15 years. His name is Mr. Stubbs, and every afternoon, he goes to a nearby restaurant and drinks water out of a wine glass laden with catnip. Edit. Here is a picture of him at the restaurant. Also, his name comes from the fact that he has no tail. Chinchilla owner here. You are now subscribed to Chinchilla Facts. Chinchilla babies are called kits, and they are born with fur and with their eyes open. They are just teensier chinchillas who make awesome little peeping noises and sometimes look like they have afros. If you have more than one chinchilla, they will cuddle, and it will be awesome. A happy chinchilla is a complete spaz. They will sprint around their play space, run on the walls, like they are in a fluffy little matrix, and periodically just pop straight up into the air. This bouncy, spastic, hilarious behavior has a suitably adorable scientific name, frisky hops. Chinchilla fur is so thick that they can't bathe in water. They bathe in volcanic dust, and it mostly involves flopping around adorably and rolling in it. Chinchilla sneezes can cure cancer. Dreams come from rubbing chinchilla bellies. Periodically they will pretend that they're Atrex by standing on their hind legs. I don't remember which order it went in, but a group of Muslims huddled around and protected a group of Christians as they prayed. The Christians returned the favor by huddling around the Muslims as they prayed. I believe this happened in Egypt, and I know some were saying it was bullshit, and the articles I find are Mirror, Daily Mail, Huffington Post and other tabloid sites that are known for dishing out bullshit. I do know that they have kind of joined forces against the government over there. I just found that story incredibly sweet. No matter your opinion on those two religions, it's really nice to see two groups of people helping each other like that. I found it heartwarming and really hope it's true.